and welcome back to the channel. Today I am back with an apartment renovation, which I haven't done in a little bit, but I thought it would be fun. It is officially autumn in the United States, at least as of, September 22nd, which also happened to be my bunny's birthday. So I posted pictures of her little birthday celebration on Instagram if you'd like to check that out. But anyway, it is officially autumn, so I thought it'd be fun to do an autumnal apartment. I feel like I've done a lot of houses that are like more autumn inspired, but I haven't done an apartment yet, so I thought that would be kind of fun. And it's a week full of builds, so I thought I would do a little bit of variety on the channel, so I thought an apartment would be something a little bit different from the other days. So this ends up being a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment because we have an ensuite for the master bedroom. And then the other bedroom I had is like a twin toddler's room. So I imagined that either a single parent or a couple has their twin toddlers in this apartment. And I really like how it came out. I think it's really cute. And it's very, very red and yellow and green and like all of the autumn colors. Like it's very in your face. So if it's a little too over the top for you, you can always change some of the colors if you decide to play in this house. It is built in 920 Medina Studios in the Arts Quarter if you'd like to place it down. And it should be available in the gallery called Autumnal Apartment. If you search Griffy or the hashtag MsGryphi, I'll have it up there. So yeah, this is like this layout of the kitchen I start with, but I end up making it more of an L shape instead of just on one wall like that. And I think it came out okay, and I also changed the colors of the cabinetry. I had been thinking of using these because they match the floor really well, but I ended up changing them to a more red tone because I was trying to push myself a little bit out of my comfort zone and use lots of autumn colors because that's what this build is. And that's a swatch that we currently have on the counters that I use a lot. So I wanted to mess with that. We also added this really bright red wallpaper. We don't keep it on all the walls like we have right now, but we do use quite a bit of it, and I think it's interesting. I don't think I've ever used that wallpaper before. I've used it in other swatches, but not in this bright red color, or reddish orange color. So that was kind of interesting, and I've noticed it a lot more when I'm looking at apartments for rent. Also, my grandmother's new condo, a lot of places have that color red walls, at least in the area I'm from. So I don't know if that's something that's very common or not, but in this area it seems to be, so that's kind of interesting. And this is going to be one of the many builds this week that has a lot of red in it, which you may have noticed. I'm not sure which day this is going up, so you might not have noticed yet, but there's a lot of red and orange this week. I'm fully embracing the autumn, and I'm supposed to for this build, but there's just so much, and I'm so excited for the fall. I'm so excited for the winter. It's just going to be a good time in real life, and also lots of themed builds around those seasons, and I'm really excited about it. So this is pretty much what the kitchen ends up looking like. We have a washer and dryer in the kitchen, which I think is very helpful for doing some laundry, and a good place to put it in an apartment, I think, because you don't really have a laundry room or like large spaces to put it, so I just threw it in there. We didn't have very big bathrooms either, so it didn't end up being in the bathroom. So we're just changing some colors in here, and we have this like silly cornucopia, is that how you pronounce it, on the table, because I was like, oh, that's autumnal, that's like a Thanksgiving thing. So I made sure to include that, and we have this wreath above the stove, and that's pretty much it for this room. We're just gonna add some or for that kitchen. The whole room encompasses all of the living spaces. So we're not done with the room yet, we were just done with the kitchen. But we're going to be working on the living space here in a moment, and I overlapped 2 rugs from laundry day to be the rugs in that area. I thought the colors on them were perfect for what I was going for, and I was looking for like a yellow seat of some sort, and I just didn't find what I was looking for, so I decided to forget that and just kind of put a little ottoman over here that was like a bench and put some plants on it in the window. I thought that would look nice and bring in some more green and a little bit more of that red with that plant I put on the ottoman that came from Jungle Adventure. Then we made this like kind of TV unit where it goes across like this, and we put a TV on the wall here. And added some couches, which I believe we added in more of a creamish color. No, we didn't. I'm thinking of a different house right now. We added these green ones, which I really like. We have the green couch and then 2 green chairs, which I thought looked really nice. And obviously, yellows and reds are more autumnal colors, but they're changing to those colors from a green state. So I thought it would be good to include a decent amount of green in this apartment because it's just it goes together. I think it looks nice, and it made it so it was a little less it's still overwhelmingly colorful, but I think it breaks it up a little bit so it's not so fire, because like yellow and red, it just looks like fire. So I thought the green helped a bit, and I really liked that. I also added some green in the bedrooms, which I really, really liked. I think primarily in the master bedroom, and it just really broke up the space. We also have a cat scratch pole and I believe a cat bowl. And I think that's all we have as far as pet stuff. I don't think there's a bed or a kitty litter box or any of that, because I just kind of threw the stuff in there as a decorative piece and then was like, well, it doesn't come with everything. If you need certain things, you can figure out where to put that kitty litter box. I didn't think to do it, honestly, but this is the little entryway room you enter in. So I put a little coat rack and a little chair on your way into the apartment. You can just like sit there and put your shoes on and throw your coat on the coat rack, and the thermostat's in that room as well. And then this is the master bedroom. I really wanted to use this orange tree because it's just, orange and it's a tree and it's cute. Do I really need to explain it? And so I wanted to use that in here, and I also really wanted to use the orange swatch on this bed because, perfect, what am I looking for? Perfect situation to use that. I was like stuck on that word for some reason. So we did end up using this orange bed, and we got some cute stuff on the bedside tables, and I believe we get a green rug, and we paint one of these walls green, which I think came out really, really cute. And we get some shelves with some clutter on them, mostly just little paintings, and I think like plants and maybe a cat statue. I use those statues from Cats and Dogs quite a bit. I really like them. I feel like I wish we had more little statues that weren't cats and dogs, just were all kinds of little things. I don't know what they would be. I guess they would mostly be animals, huh? They could be simple things like stars and butterflies and hearts and stuff, because that'd be really helpful for like cutesy rooms and like nurseries and stuff. I would like that. I want more like knickknacks that fit on shelves. And little more paintings that fit on shelves, because we currently have mostly just wall hangings. We only have a few that go on shelves, little framed pictures, and we have like an apple, a pear, a butterfly, and a sports photo. We need more. That's something I really want, but I kind of skipped over most of this room. It's very simple. I kept this place really clean. I didn't want this to be a super expensive apartment. It's not super affordable by any means, but I didn't want to go too over the top. So the furnishings are pretty simple throughout the house. There's lots of space. You can definitely renovate this. I feel like if you really, really wanted to, you could turn this into 3 bedrooms. Some of the bedrooms would be pretty small, obviously, but you could do it. Or especially if you got rid of one of the bathrooms, because you don't need 2 bathrooms. I just thought it worked nicely with the space I had. But this is the toddler's room, like I said, twin toddler's room. And we end up using the trees on the back wall that I don't remember where they came from. Let's see if I can see when I'm clicking on it. Oh my gosh, I can't see. I think they're from Parenthood. With the little orange leaves. It's so cute and perfect. So I was excited to do that. And oh my goodness, excuse me. I don't know if you heard that. Like, I didn't burp, but like this weird noise in my throat. It was weird. It kind of sounded like that though. Anyway, totally unrelated and kind of gross and unprofessional. We are talking about a build right now. What was I saying? I added like lots of colors that worked in here and added some toys in the corner that I thought came out really, really cute. I think this is a really cozy room, and of course adding some more pops of green in here to kind of separate the hot colors a little bit, cool them down a little bit, and make it a cozy space for the toddlers that I imagined would be in this room. Anyway, I think I already told you guys that you can download this if you search Griffy or the hashtag MsGryphi. But that info will also be in the description down below if you need it. And this should be all as one room, so you don't have to worry about like adding walls, deleting walls, all that kind of stuff with the apartments. I'll have it uploaded as one room. And we're just finishing up these bathrooms. They end up both being very similar if I'm remembering correctly. They just have like an orange wall and a mirror and a little light above the toilet. I think that's pretty much it. But thank you guys so much for watching, bearing with my weird voiceovers and apparently my gross throat noises. If you could even hear that, I'm not sure. If you like this, please give it a big thumbs up, and you can subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click that bell to be notified of every single time I upload a video. Bye, everybody!